Hello everyone, it is Jayscoolthings here, and today I'm doing an update video on my level editor I'm working on for a game in Unity to give you guys some inspiration, or if you want to use some of the code. So here's how it works. I click play and I can place down blocks with the left click, place down all those blocks, and I can switch blocks with the number keys. 2 is cobblestone and 1 is grass, and I can remove blocks with right click and switch to cobblestone. Let me just fill this in, make a little landscape type thing like this. Kind of fill this in, 3 down. Got a nice little area to play in. Maybe put some grass on the bottom here. Like that. Got a nice grass and cobblestone sandwich right there. And if I press P, it'll play. I can no longer place, and it spawns in the paddle with the ball. This level editor will work with more than just paddle and ball games. It's just something they can use to place down assets or something. Yeah. Just created a level. It's going. Of course, got the new paddle physics, where it's actually more controllable. Hitting on the right side of the paddle will make the ball go right, and hitting on the left will make it go left, instead of it just being completely like base Unity physics. And I just lost. Got to work on that play again screen though. So let's see how it works. Here's the script. It's not too advanced. It's kind of unorganized. I do need to organize the script. Well, let's go over this, okay? So, vector 2 mouse position of the mouse, it just holds down a vector 2. Object position, that's kind of just a general variable I use. So, when I define object position, object position equals camera.main.screen.to-world point mouse position. It basically just calculates where it should actually put stuff on the screen, not just the mouse position and pixels or whatever, I don't know. Position, which I actually don't know why I have that variable. No, it's just object position rounded to an integer. That's what it is. So yeah, pause is for the actual cursor and mouse and whatnot, or for the placement cursor and the block that I'm currently placing it, so it like locks it to a grid pretty much. And position X and position Y, that'll come in later. Game object grass block, that's just saving the grass block prefab. Cobblestone block saves the cobblestone prefab. Cursor, the cursor prefab. Ball, paddle, air. I was going to, yeah, this is to prevent an error later on. So actually, I don't think I actually use this anymore. That was just for a filler of empty space. Hang on, I'm just going to comment this out in case it does cause any errors. Alright. Ball spawn, paddle spawn, those are just the spawn points for the paddle and ball. Camera, main camera, that's just to reference the camera and whatnot. Tile occupied, this is a Boolean value. That'll come in later as well. Physics collision checker. I actually forget what this is. What? Where's this appear? Physics. I actually don't know where I use this. Huh. Okay, I don't remember putting that in. Game object, level data equals new game object. So this basically just creates an array an array of game objects, which basically just stores all the data for the level, which eventually you will be able to save the level. You cannot right now, but eventually I'll add that. Game object current block, that's just the game object for the block that's currently selected, either grass block or cobblestone block. And tile state unpacked tile, I was going to work with making my own data types and all that crap, but I just got rid of that, so this doesn't even need to be in here anymore. That's just some thing. Will build time equals true. Alright, so in start I just that's just initiating variables, doing all that. Just, I don't know, that's not really important. Well, it is important, just, that's pretty easy to understand. You should understand what that is. Void update, calculate positions. This is just all these functions. I went over this in an earlier video. Check that if you haven't already. Change cursor position, that's still the same. Calculate positions is still the same. Now, determine tile state is actually different. So I made it so you cannot place blocks on top of each other anymore. Because you used to be able to just place a ton of them in one spot and it would glitch out and crap, make the ball go really fast. So now if level data mathf.round in position.x, so it'll basically it'll basically look in whatever position in the array that the cursor's at and check if it's null. So if the value in the array that the cursor is at is null, then tile occupied equals false. I said that really weirdly. False, obviously, because if it's null, that means there's nothing there, so the tile obviously isn't occupied, and then else tile occupied equals true. That's basically just to say, hey, if there's something there, then I shouldn't be able to place anything else on the tile if there's something there. If input dot any key down, so this is basically looking for keys pressed, and if that happens, then I'll go to the function select block, which in the select block function, if input.get key down is key code.alpha1, which is the 1 key, current block equals grass block. If input.get key down code.alpha2, and that's the number 2 key, current block equals cobblestone block. That's just for block switching and crap. Oh, I remember what build time is. Okay, build time is just to say if you're able to build stuff at the moment. And I kind of want to change this, the name of this. What should I change this to? Not build time. Build time sounds like it's talking about like building the game. Boolean, I don't know, like editing. That's better. Alright, editing. So yeah, if editing debug.log tile occupied, I actually don't need this anymore because I fixed the bug that was with that. That just told me if the tile was occupied in the debug.log, so I could make sure it was doing stuff correctly. If tile occupied, if not tile occupied, that's what that exclamation is. Game object spawn block equals instantiate current block position. That's just instantiating the block. I showed you this in the last episode. And then level data mathf.round to int position x, mathf.round to int position y equals spawn block. I basically take the block I just spawned and put it in the position in the array that the cursor's at. So basically it'll tell the computer, hey, this block is here. Make sure to remember that pretty much. If input.get mouse button down 1, so mouse button down 0 right here is left click, so that's to place a block. 1 is right click, so that calls the remove block function, which destroy level data mathf.round to int position.x. So it basically just destroys the game object in the array position that the cursor's at. If input.get key down keycode.p, so that's p, the play button. Destroy cursor, which that'll basically make the cursor disappear. I used to have this bug where the cursor would still be there when you were trying to play, and it was annoying. Spawn paddle and ball, editing equals false. So this will make sure you're not able to build, because obviously editing has to be true in order for you to place and remove stuff. And wait a minute. Is this? Wait a minute. Let me check something. Am I able to remove stuff right now when I play? Oh yeah, I am. Huh. All right, here. Let me fix a bug on camera. All right. This needs to be inside of the if editing thing. Wait. No. No, this. Wait a minute. No. This these need to be together, and then the if editing needs to be outside the two things. Wait. I'm explaining this really badly, but wait, if editing needs to be outside of the two, like, mouse functions. Hold up. If editing. No, what am I even doing? If editing, that needs to be in parentheses. It's an if function. Alright. If editing. And this. And this. Needs to be in here. Wait a minute, what? Oh, yeah, this goes down here. Okay. That was some technical difficulties right there. Sorry about that, guys. This is a really bad freaking overview. Oh well. So that should have fixed that bug where I'm able to remove stuff while playing. So let me test it. Remove that. Wait. Switch block. Alright, just place crap down. Let me just play it. Okay, yeah, so I'm not able to remove stuff anymore while I'm actually playing. Alright, so bug fixed right there on camera. Avoid change cursor position. So this stuff down here is pretty much all the same as it was in the first episode, pretty much. So yeah, that's going to be about it for this video. I hope you were able to understand this. If you have any questions, just post them down in the comments, and I'll try and answer anything you want about the level editor here. Yeah, that's going to be about it for this video. I'll see you guys all later, and goodbye.